Let me ask you a question. So you're doing all the right things, right? So you're eating healthy, you're exercising, you're eating clean, you're doing all the right things, but yet still there is no budge on the scale. You're not losing the weight. What's going on? What's going on here, right? What's going on? So, have you been thinking about that silent killer of your weight loss goals? That silent killer, that thing that's slowing down your metabolism, that's holding on to a lot of fat, that's increasing your craving, that silent killer. Have you thought about it? What is that silent killer? That's right. Stress. Stress. Yes, you are dealing with uncontrolled stress. And here's the thing about stress, right? Stress, we think that it is a mental thing. But stress is not just mental, stress is also chemical. It's chemical. It's a chemical reaction to that's going on in the body. So let's talk about it, right? Let's get down to the nitty gritty. So when your body is under perceived stress, your body is going to send a signal to the adrenal glands, and the adrenal glands are going to release this chemical called cortisol. So cortisol, it's doing what it's supposed to do. Cortisol is supposed to be released to help you to mitigate whatever stress is going on at that time. Hey Ron, hey Ron. So whatever stress is going on at that time. So for example, saber-toothed tiger is coming after you. Okay, I can sense something's going on. My body is going to send that signal to the adrenal gland. The adrenal gland is going to release that cortisol. The cortisol now is going to have me having an increased level of alertness, response. So I'm going to be able to think quickly and get stuff done. Why? Because I need to get out of the way and I need to figure things out. That's the quick response when cortisol is released. Now, the thing about it is that that's a quick stressor. You get over it, and the body goes back down to its normal phase. But you, my friends, are not dealing with this quick stressor. We're dealing with just constant perceived stress, right? Constant stress. We have deadlines, we got kids, we got finances, we got traffic, stress, stress, stress all the time. So the cortisol is just constantly there, right? It's just constantly being released and it is just wreaking havoc on our metabolism. It's just wreaking havoc. It's just constantly there. What's going on? We got sugar spiking all over the place, right? And then the body is like, okay, well, you know what? We need to store up some fat. So then it's storing fat, right? And then we also have it slowing the digestion and we have it holding on to that fat right in that midsection. So all of that's going on. So it's you're doing everything that you're supposed to be doing, right? You're like, I'm eating healthy, I'm exercising, but if you're not mitigating that stress, it doesn't matter what you do. Your body's gonna do what it is trained to do from an evolutionary standpoint, from a biological standpoint. If your body's under stress, it's going to release this cortisol, and cortisol is going to say, okay, we're in excess. I need to store. So I'm going to store it fat. And then I'm going to go ahead and store it in that midsection. So your body's going to do what it's going to do. So you, my friend, are doing all of this work, but you're not seeing your results. And isn't that frustrating? It's frustrating because you're eating healthy, you're exercising, and then sometimes you're probably like, well, I need to exercise even more. Oh, then you're really releasing more cortisol, and then you're probably like, well, you know what? Because I'm eating healthy and nothing's happening, I'm just gonna eat a little less. You're putting yourself under more stress. So then you're in this other loop, right? The cortisol is just being released more and more and more. But is all loss? Is all loss? No, no. Because when we get in the stress phase, right? Sometimes we start thinking like, all right, the body's like, well, listen, we need to fix this. you're under stress. So stress eating becomes that next phase that you start to see yourself gliding into. So is stress eating like, does that mean that you have no willpower? Does stress eating mean like, see, I knew you couldn't do it? No, it's another physiological response. When your body's under stress, it's going to try to comfort itself, right? It is going to try to comfort itself. And one of the ways to comfort itself is to get to release the hormone that makes you feel all nice and fuzzy and warm inside. And that is dopamine. And when do we get dopamine? When you're eating all the sugar, the high calorie food. That's why you're stuck in front of the pantry and wondering, why am I here? I'm stressed out and my body's like, I need comfort. And that's what the body directs you to do. So it's not a matter of willpower. It's not you. It's just your body's natural biology, right? And the more you learn about this, the better it will be because then you can offset some of these things, right? So when you now, unfortunately, are feeling so stressed that you go and you're eating, once you get into that, you start getting into a feedback loop, right? Stressed, I eat, I get some relief, and then I crash. And then the body's like, well, we're under stress again. What do we do next? Eat, feel some relief, crash, rinse, and repeat. And now you're getting into that loop, right? So you're feeding yourself into that loop. But the loop is really you trying to get some relief from the stress. But if we can reduce the stress, right? Then we can prevent ourselves from getting into that loop and now not having to deal with the guilt once you're in that loop, or even the harder part, which is how do I stop myself when I'm in that loop, right? So when you find yourself getting deep into stress and ready to just reach out for something, you can think about it like, okay, what is something that I can do? Now you're like, well, I am stressed. Maybe I should go on a good spa weekend. That's something. But what are you going to be able to do that when you're stressed out at Wednesday and you still have deadline for Friday? Are you going to wait all the way until Saturday to be able to get your spa weekend? No. What is something you can do now, right? Then you might be thinking, well, you know what? I am stressed out, but all right, that's okay. That's okay because I can just go meditate on a mountain. That's cool. But most of the time, when you're ready to go stress eating, is 9 o'clock at night. And I'm just saying, I don't think that's the time to go find a mountain to climb onto to go meditate. What can you do in that moment? What can you do in that moment? You can do some box breathing, right? So breathing in and breathing out. So what does that do? That breaks that cycle, that stress, that nervous system cycle that you're in. Where it's like, I need something now. I need something now. Okay, I got you. So you can do some box breathing. What does that entail? It entails taking a deep breath in for 4 seconds, holding it for 4 seconds, breathing out for another 4 seconds, and holding it for another 4 seconds. You do that continuously, right? In for 4, hold for 4, out for 4, and hold for 4. And you do that in for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, out for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds. And you do that in repeat for 1 to 2 minutes. What have you just done to your nervous system? One, you broke that cycle. Yes, that cycle of like, I need now, because you just invoked that parasympathetic, which is that rest and digest portion, right? So you broke that cycle. And then the other thing is that you help to reduce your cortisol. So that release is going down because you have broken that cycle where that stress and the body thinks that it needs something now. You have now broken that. You have reduced your cortisol level, right? And in doing so, you know that now you'll reduce that ability for you to want to go stress eat. So think about it. This is something that you can do. And the beauty about that box breathing, that in and out, not only is it, you can do it like anywhere, right? So if you find yourself in the car and you're getting stressed out because traffic, right? Because some people just drive differently than how you drive. You can do that box breathing. If you find yourself at work, you can do it at your desk, right? There's deadline and you feel that pressure and the stress going up. You can do that box breathing there. If you find yourself in the kitchen heading towards that snack area, you can stop, give yourself 1 to 2 minutes and do that box breathing because you know that this is stress related. And you know that once you feed into that stress eating loop, it becomes a little bit more challenging to get out. And you are trying to avoid getting in that loop. You're trying to avoid that guilt that comes along with it. So that box breathing, where we say just in for 4 seconds, hold for four, out for four, and hold for four. That can help you to break that stress, to break that nervous system reaction, to reduce that cortisol, right? Yes. And it's free, it's fast, and it works. Yes, it's free, it's fast, and it works. So now, if this is hitting home, I would love to invite you to my masterclass that's upcoming on April 1st. April 1st. So, in this masterclass, if you are sitting here and you're dealing with the stress eating and you're like, I'm sick and tired of that, no worries, come to the masterclass. If you're like, you know what, I want to learn how to boost my metabolism, don't worry, come to the masterclass. If you're looking for ways to help you to lose that weight, have no fear. Come to the masterclass. We will be able to help you with that because I'm going to be teaching all of those. So all you need to do is just type in the word masterclass in there and then you can save your spot, right? Save your spot in that masterclass. Register and you'll be in the house with over 100 other professionals who are high performers like yourself, type A people like yourself, the get it doneers like yourself who are finding themselves having problems losing weight. Why? Because of just this high intensity, high stressed lifestyle. So if you're looking for others who are like you, that's like, yes, I'm ready to get this done. This is the day. I'm making that decision. I want to see you in the masterclass. Just register, type masterclass. We'll send that link to you. You can register to be in the house. So, you know what? I want to leave you with this. I want to leave with you. You don't need another diet. Mm-mm. You don't need another fitness plan. You just need to be able to manage that stress. Why? Because that stress is sabotaging your weight loss journey and your weight loss goal. So if you are looking for a way to help to release all of that stress and learn all those techniques, you want to be in the house with over 100 other people just like you, right? April 1st, we're going to be going at how to be able to stop stress eating, boost your metabolism, and lose weight effortlessly. Masterclass is on. I want you in the house, right? I've said this before and I'll say this again. I'm Dr. Beckford, and you know what? I'm here to help. So I'll see you in the masterclass. Have a great day. Bye bye.